Yes, sir, you can continue.
My screen is visible to everybody. Do you see the presentation, PowerPoint presentation? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my PowerPoint presentation? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is totally visible.
Okay. This is the first slide which I want to show you. Good afternoon, everybody. Dear students and principal, teaching, non-teaching staff of Umang College. Shall I start, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Okay. Today we are gathered over here to celebrate and remember the National Education Day as a memorized birthday of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, who was a reformer and first educational minister of Free Democratic India. He was a person in Nehru's cabinet who was responsible for framing the Indian educational system. So, this day has been commemorated as a National Education Day since from 2008 by Human Resource Development HRD Ministry, Government of India from 2008. So, for the purpose of stating significance of education and sort of literacy in India, government 13 years back started celebrating National Science, Education Day. As you know, without education, the future of person or a child is darkened and we decline. If education to an individual, then the person cannot get enlightened himself. So this is the purpose of celebrating National Education Day, the significance of education in our nation and society. So let us discuss something about. I want to deliver significance of education to the student young brains. So we must know who is Abul Kalam Azad. He was a person, he was a freedom fighter, education minister. He was in Nehru's cabinet since from 1947 to 58 for almost 11 years. And he was a reformer also for social reforms in India. So 11 November was his birthday, celebrated as a National Education Day rather. Before policy by Nehru and Abul Kalam Azad, British educationalist Thomas Macaulay was a person who around 200 years back gave education system in pre democratic India or pre freedom era of our nation. So that Macaulay education system was also education system grooming for and giving shape to the society. But the Macaulay system has certain limitation. So Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Abul Kalam Azad worked over it, and they gave some policies for framing the education system, strategies, and other applications in Indian scenario. Now, if you know, I just want to emphasize the kind of contribution done by Abul Kalam Azad in the national education domain and system. You know, after independence, our country, which was not having capital, our country was poor because of a lot many problems, wars and other things. So it was a great issue in front of our government to start awakening people to make a citizen educated and aware about teaching, learning, and all those aspects. So education after post-independence was shaped up due to Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Let me tell you one thing. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad was a maternal uncle to famous actor, you know that famous actor Amir Khan. His maternal uncle is Abul Kalam Azad ji. So keep this in mind. Abul Kalam Azad is having great health the importance in Indian freedom as a reformer also, and he was a missionary man. So what challenges he faced after the post-independence era around 1950? Since capital and amount funds were not there, the country was so poor, educational facilities were not there, science was not developed, country was not advanced. So lot many challenges were there. So laying the foundations of certain educational institute, UGC, University Grant Commission, IITs, and IISc Bangalore, these were all the pillars and foundations done by Abdul Kalam Azad ji in supervision of late Nehruji as a prime minister. He was the first educational minister in the Nehru's cabinet. So they propagate UGC, IIT, IIC, ISC Bangalore, some universities, Jamia Muslim University also, he was a founder member. Kindly keep your other mic off because echo is going. मैडम किसी को बोलिए बाकी लोगों ने कोई माइक खोल रखा है तो इको आ रहा है. ओके.
Okay, sir. Okay.
अनम्यूट कर दीजिए उनको क्योंकि वो इको से ना आवाज वो हो रहा है, फट रहा है. चलिए कंटिन्यू.
सबका म्यूट ही है ना?
सुनो म्यूट नहीं है, इको हो रहा है.
किसी का माइक ऑन है?
आप लोग को इको आ नहीं रहा है. Ask the student to mute their can you mute everybody? हाँ, yes. Now it's okay. Am I audible to everybody? हमारा आवाज आ रहा है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with the visionary leadership of Abul Kalam Azad and Nehruji, the post-independence era started developing, advancing with educational institute, universities, and scientific organizations, including UGC, IISc, Jamia Muslim Universities, Delhi University, Faculty of Technology, and all these things. So, in commemorating this 11th November as a birth anniversary and remembrance of Abul Kalam Azad's contribution in Indian education system, government in 2008 started celebrating this day as a national education day. Now, let me concentrate on why education is more important in our life and what the stalwarts from all over the world, past and present, stated about education. There are many famous quotes regarding education. You know, as we know, food is essential, air, water is essential for our survival of the body, but education is needed for the survival of thoughts, brains, and overall progress. So education has also a contribution in the progress and development of individual. So education, there are many quotations regarding education. I can quote few of the important, like education is a kindling of flame and not the filling of vessels. This is the quotation by Socrates 5000 years back. The great aim of education is not a knowledge but the action. Spencer, scientist, he said, education is the most powerful weapon which changed the world. Nelson Mandela said, the root of education are bitter, means very not sweet. It is bitter, but fruits are sweet, said by Aristotle. Education is not preparation for life, but it is for life itself, said by John Gray. And nothing is free in the world, but only education is free. This is said by Epictetus. Then education's purpose is to replace the empty mind with the open one. Likewise, education is a teaching our children to desire the right things in the life, said by Plato. Education is not only schooling, but getting degree. It is also having wide knowledge, rewriting life's truth, said by Shakuntala Devi, Indian computer scientist. Education is the mother of leadership, said by Windlife Wiki. Now, the Indian philosophers and great person, Dr. Ambedkar said, education is the tigress milk, and whosoever drink will roar like a tiger. Lord Buddha also said, what taught you become, what felt you pull. you attract it, but what imagine you create. And this is all can be done through education. Now let me tell you student, education is not only teaching and learning. Education can also come through other sources other than teachers, mentors, leaders, coach, trainers, like a grandmother. In Indian scenario, Indian old system, grandmother used to keep a kind of knowledge with her, and they used to pass through generations. Grandfathers used to keep the knowledge with them. They used to pass this through generations. So education can come through any of the sources, literate or illiterate. Basically, education comes through experience and knowledge. So the purpose of education is to spread experience and knowledge to the individual so that they can develop and grow. Ultimately, this is very much responsible and uh, responsible for the growth of nation. It is inevitable. It is necessary for nation's growth. So education is the passport to the future for tomorrow, belonging to the people who are living today. So these are all good quotations done and well known in the history till date. Now, when we talk of Indian scenario, Indian education strategies, policies, and system, then we need to talk about educational policies. What are the policies? You might be knowing our grand people used to say, grandfathers used to say, Macaulay system only developed Babu, peons, clerks. This is not the case. Macaulay system has having some limitation. It was based on British pattern, a Western pattern, but our Gurukul system, which was the old system, Shantiniketan system, developed by our Rishi Munis, Rabindranath Tagore, and before that some Rishi Munis, were the good system developing and grooming the brains, minds, and spirit of the individual, whether male or female. Females were also the disciples and followers of Gurukul system. May not be going to the ashrams, but they were also have been taught in the home. So lot many lady stalwart people were there in history, right from Gavi, right from some more ladies known in the history, prehistoric period in Indian perspective. So educational policy was rich, but by the passage of time and some other hurdles, Indian education system has become loose. Means after encroachment of Mughals, British, Dutch, and all other infringement and encroachment, our system has collapsed. But this system has rebuilt by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Nehruji, and other people as a policy, educational policy of India now trying to facilitate learning as an acquisition of knowledge, wit, skills, values, morals, beliefs, habits, and personal development under the banner of education. So education is not just teaching and learning. uh, Completion of syllabus is not education. Passing and getting the mark sheet and result is not education. It is a part of education, a process in which you are learning by and taught by the teachers. But the overall purpose of education is to acquire the knowledge through learning, to acquire the skills through learning, teaching, and other aspects, to acquire the morals, values, beliefs, and the habits essential and mandatory for personal development and grooming of individual. This is the main purpose of education, which somewhere we lost, maybe due to some professionalism, pseudo professionalism, and many other aspects. Really, this kind of targets we lost, and Indian system really needs now to upgrade with the digital era. And in 21st century, let we talk in some more slide ahead how digital system had made the entire globe and world as a digital hub and digital hut. So we are very segregated and very close, although we are apart distantly. But digitization of process, advancement, and science technology made the educational tools advance, and we need to cater and cope up with this. Now, when we talk of educational strategies, a role of a teacher is big and important as much as the role of a student. So it's a synergistic process, not a parasitic. No way it is parasitic, not in history, not in Western, not in Eastern, not in Indian scenario, but due to certain hurdles and interferences, teaching and learning becomes parasitic. Means one section is just go on teaching, other section is just go on receiving. This is not a purpose of education. Teaching and learning should have involved experience sharing, kind of knowledge sharing, the kind of domain sharing, the kind of many kind of sharings in a symbiotic manner. So when we talk of education strategy, teacher must be effectively educated, learned, and having groomed and developed so that they can collaboratively communicate their skills through educational continuum, student achievements, and participation by developing enough good at par curriculum syllabus and the assessment process. Assessment is a big issue in our country. We are not having advanced techniques, although we are advanced country, developing country, but we are not having that much of digitizations in rural area, which has to be concentrated and propagated. Now current government is focusing on this. So data driven decision making is also important. This aspect is a very advanced data driven decision making. It includes technology, techniques, equipments, gadget, machinery, and facility propagations to the all sections involved in teaching and learning, including teachers, students, and infrastructure, buildings, and schools also. So these kind of strategies are developed today and which are important to be concentrated. Now, when we talk of 21st century challenges, executed policies of educational practices and tactics which are to be concentrated and really are getting concentrated throughout the world. India is little lagging behind it. So we need to have these policies. Which are these? As I said, teacher effectiveness is very much important. What is mean by teacher effectiveness? Need not, he may not or she may not be MSc, PhD, B.Ed, but although these are essential degrees, these are not mandatory. Many of the teachers who are not PhD, M.Ed, B.Ed still are good teachers, can deliver their knowledge, can deliver their experience. We have seen everywhere in the society and in country. So teacher effectiveness must examine how technology and experience both can aid the teacher in communicating and delivering his duties at the work. So this is called as teacher effectiveness. Then we talk about curriculum development. Curriculum do not involve only syllabus. Curriculum also involve infrastructure facilities, the teaching, non-teaching, and other aspects involved in the syllabus, curricular, and colleges. So they involve learning, especially the challenges of science and technology and other branches which are faced today. It should be enriched and incorporated in the curriculum. So curriculum architectures are there. That is the reason UGC and CSIR started saying NAC, then ICMR, AICT started saying change the syllabus every after 5 years. Now they are saying change the syllabus every after 4 years. So changing the syllabus is an option, but not a solution complete. But syllabus should have been made techno savvy, uh, having all sort of aspect involved in it, having concentrations of soft skill development and hard skill development. Student, let me tell you, soft skills are dealt with mind, spirit. Hard skill are dealt with techniques, handout trainings, and output. Soft skills are developed individually through the indirectly through curriculum, but hard skills are developed through curriculum, the machines, gadgets, equipments. But for soft skill development, the architects of curricular and education are now concentrating on uh, concepts of CBCS, CBS, then other sort of learning, teaching, uh, experiments, and these are nothing but the data-driven decision-making techniques, wherein We are using technologies to pursue and see the insights how educators, means learners, including teachers also, can use this data and the domains to uplift the system, society, industry, surrounding, nation overall with the good outcome and efficiency. So for that, it needs to be student oriented, student attended achievements. Output should be given, should be taken out, drag out in short span of time. So what is needs? It needs teamwork of student, teacher, inter-teacher, inter-student interactions. Inter-teacher in the sense when teacher goes for higher training, education for abroad, in abroad, any other international institute. These are called as teacher-teacher interactions. Student-student interaction includes seminar participation, sort of interactions, essay, National Science Day, National Education Day, National Other Day celebration, then extempore competition, science exhibitions, project writing. All these are called as student, teacher, teacher, and student-student interactions. Some Avishkar and innovation schemes, projects, competition. So these are assumed and expected under student uh, domain. Now, for this, education continuum should explore the techniques and technology aiding and support involved in learning, also right from schooling days, kinder days, primary and secondary education till your post graduation. So technology is everywhere now. A kindergarten student is using mobile for online. You have seen this in last 2 years. Not only this, even MSc, PhD, and other MBBS engineering students are using online courses through mobile, through laptop, through other sources, computers. So this is called technology inputs. Although our rural area and other things are not getting that facility, but the government and other sections are trying to give this facility as early as possible with the most priority. So when we talk of now, the other aspect is research. Education also need research. Research is not a domain of only PhD and other. Research means correlation, exchange, uplifting, upbringing, extrapolation, extension, sharing. So all these are the pedagogical skills, policy practicing, insights, and educational policies, tactics. Nowadays, we are government and NGO both are working in this sense so that all the society members from rural and urban and remote area must get benefited through the education. uh, Probably you may be knowing Kerala is the highest rate of literacy in India, and UP and MP or other remote areas, some area sections are having low literacy. So education policy should have been unanimously, homogeneously, and uniformly dispersed and distributed. This is the target of government. Even as of individual academicians, management, college people, it is also our duty to participate and contribute through educational policies and tactics the overall growth of nation. So it is our duty. So what kind of strategies are involved in it? You can see over here the strategies and the systems involved in education organizations or organism to make it strong. Any organizations or organism can be made it strong as per the Darwin principle. Fittest can survive. Agree? But what does it mean? Fittest of the brain or fittest of the cell or the fittest of the gene or the fittest of the thoughts? Probably it is the fittest of the thoughts which make the gene strong and that species can survive through struggle. So when we talk of this fittest of the survival, through the thoughts and through the other aspects, you can survive as per Darwin's theory. This is the same strategy implemented in education organism. What is that? You must have standard instrumental resources, digitization, equipments, gadgets. You must have teaching sources, teaching human power, brains. You must have capital, including human capital and money capital, money funds. You must have leadership. Here, do not have only teachers. Leadership in the sense good colleges, management, prosecution agencies, NGO, government, departments, sections. These are called as leadership. So community engagement, this is society. Society must also participate. Society must also engage, including remote, urban, rural, civilized, non-civilized, all sort of scheduled tribes, scheduled castes, all sort of communities should engage. And now funding and portfolios by the government and NGOs should have been involved. Not only this, corporate funding, industry fundings are also involved through CBR budget. And overall, schooling support is a accountability of everybody, every section, not only individual, society, industry, community, and business world. So these are the strategic system which have been platformed by society and surrounding. I hope you are getting my point. Now I will concentrate on what are the teaching aspects and trends, technology, and the tools we are expecting in 21st century. When we talk of 21st century, it's a century of gazette, it's a century of robotics, it's the century of humanoid. You know, humanoid means a robot can come in future and teach you. May not be needed a human being. The era will come soon. So be prepared. So that is called what we are, what are the characteristics, that is robotics, informatics, bioinformatics, cheminformatics, all these words you might have heard somewhere in newspaper, TV and else lecture. So these are our trends, technologies and tools for the future. So these are involved in teaching, learning, education, in the form of syllabus contents, in the form of communications, in the form of learning, in the form of assessments, means assessing through exam, result, interview, and all these things. And so the milieu, the kind of milieu in the sense the domain involves innovation, digitization, green in the sense green to universe, green to earth, green to energy, green to material, all these things. So these are the aspects, these are the tools through the technology and the trends we are expecting, and it is implemented already in Western countries. Our country is little lagging behind than 20 years, but still we are developing country. We are also implementing such things. Now concentrate on the eras of education. What are the different eras involved in the education? Past, present, and future. Agrarian is a past, industrial age is a present, and information age is a future. I know why it is called as future. Information, education through information through digitalized techniques, robots, computers, laptops, all these information gadgets, equipments, through internet, digital techniques and other techniques. This will be the era in future. Industrialized era is now was a 20th century, but 21st century is a digital information data era. You might have heard 21st century is a data era. It's an information database kind of century. So we are using internet, the gadgets, the digital text tools, ebooks might have heard about, a kind of other gadgets, other mock uh, some sort of techniques are there, e-techniques, Moodle softwares, which are being used in teaching and learning and spreading the knowledge. So this is called as information era, the information age. So our journey as education start from horse to the virus, isn't it? Virus in the sense a virus stopped world since from last 2 years, coronavirus. So this is what a science through. Now, when we talk of technological tools, digitization, how it should be implemented then, you must know. Although this is a little harsh and hard topic for you, student, but in future you are becoming scientists, teachers, and the great pillars of our science and technology and the society. So you must know prior and early also. So what should be this technology tools and techniques to be understood and implemented through comprehensible pattern. What is this comprehensible pattern? It concentrates to deliver all the comprehensible inputs and get the outputs result oriented. What should be the development over there? Development in the sort of language level, in every sense, proficiency. So the student should have been present in class, either offline, online, but they should attend. So the development can be done through them. One is to one is to all, concentration to the student by teachers and the system. And it should be done in comprehensive manner. Means it is not 10 to 5 class. जैसे 10 बजे आ गए 5 बजे छूट गए ऐसा नहीं. It should be 24/7. So it's a duty, writing, reading, listening, and speaking. But due to WhatsApp universities and this thing, we forget complete writing. We only write CU, C and U. That means CU. So this is not expected in education for comprehensive matter. You need to have write completely. You need to have read complete. You need to have listen completely. You need to have speak completely. So much so that your dicta, your accent, your weight, your information domain should have enhanced. Its capacity should be more, and you can restore, store, and reproduce much more in future in your profession and career. So this is what called as comprehensive development, and it should be global now. Global in the sense, as I said, due to digitization, everybody has become global. So this world has not just a world; it is a global digital hut. It's a small hut, but digitization make it small. Otherwise, global world planet is a big. From when we start going to London, it takes around 28 hours, isn't it? So it's a great distance. But digitization make us close. Zoom से Google Meet से हम अभी भी लंदन में किसी से बात कर सकते हैं, लाइव कम्युनिकेशन. So this is what called global hut. Digitization make it. So we can use this in education. Now, what should be the role of teacher? Let us talk first about teacher, then we'll talk about student. Teacher should have some big role, verbal, non-verbal, and multimedia. Verbal role in the sense they can have some command, their expression, voice, sound, their body language, all should be exhibited. It should not be repeated. It should not be. It should be transmitted through their gestures, through their knowledge, through their experience, so much so that student can develop their hard skill and soft skills simultaneously. And that is the reason non-verbal communications are also important. Eye to eye contact with student and teacher, the movement through entire room, not should not stand over podium near blackboard. He should roam and wander around the room, classroom, make it lively, crack some good experience jokes, so much so that students should not get bored with the subject. The subject and object both kind of inter relationship incorporation should be there in teaching and learning, and it should be project based. So excitation and energy involvement should be there from teacher and to student both. Now for that we can use multimedia. How? We can use board, PowerPoint presentation, LCD, slides, video, images, animation, projects, models, interactions, audio clips, articrafts, and even handouts and posters. So these are called as multimedia contribution by teachers. Even student can also do. Nowadays students are more interested in multimedia activities than students, all this. And we are expecting also student can make audio clips, articrafts, handcrafts, image models, projects, through seminars, videos, all these things. Now in 21st century, teacher, when you concentrate on this media and all other aspect, the teacher and student can contribute as a stakeholder of a society and nation in the development of nation, industry, science and technology throughout the domain. So it needs flexibility. Flexibility of what? Flexibility of work. Flexibility of, it should not be time bound. Flexibility of time, but not the flexibility of output. You should have given output after a completion of session, semester, syllabus. It should be time bound in that respect, but it should be global. It should be health oriented, green, eco. It should not involve much of the fund, and it should be environmental free, friendly, green, and it involved all these aspects. These are the expected 21st century skill from teachers and student both. Teacher not only from academics, teacher from research, teachers from medical and other domains also. So when we talk of other aspect like innovation, ubiquitousness, digitalization and green, eco-friendly that is, it is for both teacher, it is for both scientists, it is for both researchers, it is for students, and it is for industry as a whole. Because in science and technology development, as a nation grow, all these zones which are contributing teacher, researcher, student, industry, society, literate and illiterate workers and citizens should be innovative, should be ubiquitous, and should be using digital gazettes equipments to analyze and to prosecute the digital sources for outcome based results. And it should be all environmental and planet green friendly, eco friendly with the sustainable development. So these are the aspects kept and policies throughout the world given. So teaching can be made innovative through all these gadgets, digital equipment, and human involvement, not the robotics only. Robot cannot create innovation. The dreams can be created by brains, the eyes, the teachers, the human. So you need human everywhere. Digitization, robots, and other aspects are also important. So traditional online blended flipped technology should be there, not only this. Now, as I said, due to globalization, world has become a global hut. Within a fraction of second, you can talk anybody through Google Meet, Zoom, and online in on any corner of the world, anywhere in air, space, below land, anywhere. So this is what our teaching, learning, and digitization and globalization of education and sharing of knowledge is important. So when we talk of this, we have discussed already. This now we talk of students. What should be the role of student, the participation of student, and the performance of student. The scale of student communication, although it starts through teachers, but students should also have some qualities and some urge or some sort of expectation from students are there. That one prime and foremost is students should be curious. They should be doubtful. Questioning should be there in the mind, brain, and thoughts of student. They should ask question to themselves. They should ask question to self. After that, teachers, friends, colleagues, everybody. That creates a doubting, questioning, debating, discussing, not the quarreling, no doubt, but discussions, fruitful, um, ambig- you can say it's a discussion should be symbiotic. It should not be retorting or torturing anybody. So these kind of qualities are expected from student in every era, not only digitalize the present and past era also. So students should work independently on their task, their goal, and they should talk to support such tasks and to get the mastery on the subject and object both. The objective knowledge develop your soft skill, the subjective knowledge develop your hard skill, and both are essential for development of your career as a professional. So this for this you need collaboration with teacher, industry, college, academic, research, and society. You should have that collaborative task. Through many platforms, you can develop this. NGO and government are accelerating and urging and rather forcing also individual student to go for this. So students should discuss their ideas, questions, project, knowledge, models, and negotiate with the optimized manner and understanding with the partners. Partners may be parents, industry, teachers, and all these things. So student practices are more important. They can do it in mother tongue, English, or whatsoever the language. Rather, language is not a barrier. Japan and Germany proved it since from last 200 years. They are doing every research, academic, and R&D in their own language, mother tongue, and still they are ahead in technology. But this is a misconception in India. We concentrate on only English. We forget about mother tongue role and contribution of mother language in science and technology. So concentrate on this. Though your language is mother, Hindi, Marathi, whatnot, you may not be good in English, but you can good in your strategy. You can good in expressing your own ideas in your own mother tongue. Use the gazette translators. Use the translators that can't operate you, that can't be a hurdle in your progress. But thoughts, dreams, ideas, propagate it in your mother tongue, but execute in every way. So student stock must be increased. Student participation must be increased. And for that, you adopt coming to classroom interactions, hardcore and softcore interactions with every sections wherein you are going in society, classroom, industry, interviews, wherever. So final thought, which can I conclude over here, can be teachers make a positive impact on their students, their community, their society, and our world. World is our, it is not only teachers. So teacher has a big role. 50%, 51% role is teachers, 49% role is teacher students, and 100% role is parents. So there is 200% role. To keep in mind this domain. Now, how can we do it? Up, you can update yourself, your syllabus, your content, increase your participation, communication, involvement, not only teachers, also students, enhance the collaborations, learning teaching aspects, expand the informative assessment, examinations, interactions, and reimagine the innovative milieu platforms. Milieu in the sense platform. So support the student learning teaching, enhance our teaching, and positively impact our future. This was all expected by our reformers, our grand leaders, parents, and people from our society, past, present, and future. So this is what all I mean and have to say on National Science Day today. Thanking you all, thanking you all the faculties, teaching, non-teaching staff of Women College, Nagpur. Thanking you. This is my department, desirable staff, and this is all about today's discussion. Hand over to Madam.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your golden words and knowledge with us, the importance of National Education Day. Now I requested Ms. Trupti ma'am to deliver vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Just a minute. Can any student want to ask any question? Because questioning, answering, as I discussed just now, participation from student is important. Unless and until their participation, vote of thanks has no use. What do you say, coordinator and principal, sir? Don't you feel?
Once you want to ask something,
Don't
please ask.
not please. It is mandatory to ask. Student should participate. Rather, it is a student-oriented everything. So students should not keep their voice mum. Please ask them to ask. Not
Janvi, Chaitali, please ask some questions. Sir, I just want to ask you a question. Being a lecturer and professor, how to improve our teaching skill, because there is so many conditions like offline, online, like how do we have to improve our teaching skill? Sir, you are not audible to us.
Your name, please, madam.
Husna, Professor Husna.
Okay, Professor Usna, madam. How many years of experience do you have?
3 years experience, sir.
So means you are just entered. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Students and Usna, madam, let me tell you, no one is premature or unexperienced or immature. When you are having good command, confidence on your subject as well as objective knowledge, your confidence made it possible. And for if you have confidence, you can go everywhere, teach from anybody. I'll tell you, we learn from students, you know. Many times when student
Yes.
ask question, we take out answers, and in next lecture we used to tell him. So what we go, we read many books when student ask question. So we ask other seniors also if we don't know any questions answer. So such kind of interactions with senior, junior, and everybody. Apart from subject, interdisciplinary discussions are essential. For that, you need to participate in seminar, conference, deliver lectures, attend conference workshop, seminar, all these things, trainings, so much so that you get enriched information and knowledge which is ready to share rather. And that is the purpose. Such kind of days are celebrating to exchange the views, thoughts, and notions. Agree, Usna madam?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
But I
Thank you so
get
much.
at least one question from student. This is not fair.
Okay, sir. Students, please ask the questions. If you have any doubts, please ask.
Sir, I'm final year student. My name is Chitrangani.
You're doing BSc?
Chitrangani Manvatkar.
BSc?
Yes, sir. Nutrition and dietetics.
Fine. So why you have chosen
Sir,
nutrition?
my question
Why you have chosen home science? Can you answer me first? Then I will answer your
sir,
question.
can I?
Why you have chosen home science as your degree subject?
Sir, repeat it.
Why you have chosen home science as your subject for BSc?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, this subject is so good, practical subject, and I'm interested to do this subject. That's why I choose.
Let me tell you, nothing is good unless and until you get money. Agree?
No, sir. Anyhow, I'll get money, but first knowledge is important.
Money is not important. Knowledge generates the money. This is one, write it. Knowledge generates the money, which creates the interest. Okay, whatever you chosen as a subject, home science, physics, chemistry, maths, or whatnot, but the zeal of the subject and command of the subject is important better. Is it there in you and everybody? Zeal
Yes,
and
sir.
interest. Now you can ask me question.
Sir, actually, my question is little different, not not related with my subject,
Go ahead.
but about the communication. Some students are calm, they don't talk so much, so we can't blame that
Introvert. They are
they are
introvert.
not more, and but silently they do their best.
They are
So what
introvert.
we can them.
Okay, they are introvert. See, there are two
Not
factors in the human being, introvert and extrovert. Introvert people very less talk, very well less interact. Extrovert people more talk, more interact. But these are features, these are properties. This is not an instinct. Although you are talking less, but your grasping should have been more. So exhibit and express more. May not be through talk, through other way, communication, writings, paper, poster, model. Getting my point? As well as develop speaking precisely. I hope I answered your question.
yes, sir. 50% you answered.
50% kept for you wide. Words are not essential for answering better. Expressions are essential. Then words are essential. Getting the priority?
Yes, sir.
Many of the things can be expressed and then uttered. Agree?
Yes, sir.
So words needed for explaining, but expressions, exhibitions, body language, experience talks much about your knowledge and other thing else, skills. Okay, beta. So develop the skills.
Yes, sir.
Develop the skills.
Right.
Develop the experience. Convey it through your body language, through your presentation, through your papers, books, models, projects, PowerPoint presentation, handouts, writings, publications, paper writing, newspaper. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody want to ask?
Good afternoon, sir.
Please.
Sir, I'm Janvi Yadav from BND third year.
Right.
And my question was that, sir, in the PPT itself, it was written fundings and portfolio. So can you please explain what comes under funding and portfolio?
Which slide, beta?
So in the chart.
This one?
No, sir, in the chart.
This one? This one? See, when we talk of
Yes, sir.
funding
Funding and
from
portfolio.
government, funding from NGO, funding from industry, and portfolio. Portfolio in the sense where from they are generating that funds. For example, government is generating funds from our tax. Is it okay? Industries are generating funds from their benefits, profits. NGO, they are benefited and getting output from their work. So portfolio in the sense, what are the kind of activities they are generating, they are doing, and through which they are getting funds. So such kind of funding, the 10% should be gone to the education. Understood, Janvi?
Yes, sir.
जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना अपने कमाई का 10% या 5% दान करो, तो वो
Yes, sir.
गवर्नमेंट, एनजीओ, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सोसाइटी, कॉलेज सब पे लागू होता है. So such kind of funding through different portfolios of the society and nation should be given for strategic system development in the nation. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
This is strategic system for strong educational organism. How to develop strong educational organism in the nation, society, country, college, management, state, village, districts. Okay. Good question. Very
Okay, sir. Thank you.
good question, Janvi.
Thank you, sir.
You are a future scientist. I saw in your this question is your future is good. Anything?
Thank you, sir.
Any question?
Hello.
Please.
Hello.
Please.
Myself Rubika Nanore. I'm a professor. Can I ask a question, sir?
You are not supposed. You should ask.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, as you said in PPT that our education has been changed, that Mughal and British have changed our syllabus. So, sir, can you please tell?
Macaulay changed the Indian old pattern of Gurukul.
Yeah, Gurukul, but there was in Gurukul they used to teach shastras and meditations and all there were 10 always subjects. They used to teach Kshatriya dharma and Brahman dharma. So we just don't know anything about that. So what should be done? We have not seen this in any TV, or we have not read any this in book. So how to get that knowledge?
See,
If you
Indian,
can.
I'll tell you, Indian old pattern system of Gurukul was also biased because they were not giving permission to ladies. There were no ashram for ladies of any society, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. No one ladies from any society were allowed to go to ashram and or to school or anything else to learn. So this was also biased and prejudiced, no doubt, discriminated. But Macaulay, when he came and after British entry in India for about 400 years back, they changed and they allowed everybody to learn, teach. So Macaulay system was good. They at least removed the discrimination. But Macaulay system was also not so much good because they were creating only class 4 people, not class 1, class 2, super class 1. So in that sense, when individual nation think of, they should think of without discrimination, uniformly and homogeneously giving equal and opportunity, same opportunity to every strata apart from caste, race, gender and strata barrier. So this is a modern educational policy framed by Nehru government and Abul Kalam Azad ji as education minister. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I hope I answer and satisfy your query.
Yes, sir.
Professor Rubika madam.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else? Okay.
Anybody wants to ask the question, girls? Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Ma'am, please deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir and everyone. I am Professor Trupti and I am here to present the vote of thanks for today's lecture or webinar. I would like to thank our guest lecture webinar speaker, Dr. Rajendra Dongre, for visiting and enlightening us with their knowledge. Today's webinar was full of knowledge and interesting things. It gives deep insights into the topic and also revealed some interesting facts. The points where Dr. Rajendra Dongre told us about the National Education Day was really informative. I am pretty sure the precious knowledge that Dr. Rajendra Dongre sir gave us will definitely help us in our studies and future. Thank you so much.
Okay. I am also thankful to Principal Rubika Tade sir, Rubika madam, Usna madam, and all the dear students for giving me opportunity and bearing and listening me so patiently since from 1.5 hours. Thanking you all. Have a good day. Have a bright future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Shall we disperse?
Yes, sir. You can leave. Girls, do you leave the meeting?
मैम मैंने फीडबैक लिंक दी है चैट बॉक्स में, सो सभी वो जो लिंक है उस पर जाके फीडबैक दे दीजिएगा।
ओके ओके सर, आई विल। गर्ल्स, आपके इसमें फीडबैक लिंक आई है, आपको उसको फिल करना है और यू गेट द इजी सर्टिफिकेट। ओके, फिल करना है उसको अभी। ये सर्टिफिकेट आपको तुरंत मिल जाएगा, आप इसको फिल कीजिए।
स्पीकर को भी करना है क्या? स्पीकर को फिल करना है?
हाँ सर, आप कर सकते हैं।
ठीक है, कर सकते हैं, ठीक है।
हेलो सर, मैंने फीडबैक फॉर्म फिल कर दिया है, उसका सर्टिफिकेट ईमेल पे आएगा।
हाँ, आप फीडबैक फॉर्म सबमिट कर दीजिए, वो आपके मेल पे आ जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली।
कर दी सर, मैंने पहले ही कर दी।
आ जाएगा।
जैसे ही आपने
हाँ,
आ जाएगा।
जब ऑटोमेटिक प्रोसेस होती है गूगल की, मिल जाएगा।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
ओके सौरभ, चल बेटा बस।